How satisfying is it for you personally to be able to communicate directly with young people and deliver a message, look people in the eye, and with great conviction and speak to them?
Well, it's always important to get the message out and be able to connect. Can you hold that? The reality of it. Mm-hmm. So having a chance to talk to high school kids and get them at that point where they're making choices and have some influence. That's a very special moment, and I think we need people to take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. You made reference during your speech that people need to diversify their efforts and not concentrate solely on sports or entertainment as a profession. And the reality is, it's such a small percentage of athletes get the opportunity to play professional sports. Elaborate on that a little bit, and on that message that doesn't seem to get through to everybody.
Well, having athletic ambitions is great, but having a realistic idea about how many jobs are available, if you just look at it objectively, there are about 450 NBA jobs, and some of those are already taken. So every year, a very small percentage of those 450, there's very little turnover. Mm-hmm. So we live in a nation of hundreds of millions of people, and people are focusing their ambition on a profession where there's very few spots. Mm-hmm. Whereas in science and engineering and those types of things, there are thousands of jobs open, and as the gentleman today spoke out very, very clearly, they can't find enough of those people. Mm-hmm. So people need to focus on something where they can have a realistic chance of nailing down employment and doing something for themselves that will sustain them for their whole life.
The NBA's current rule of allowing young men coming 1 year out of high school, I guess, to turn pro. Do you think that serves the purpose of the colleges as well as the NBA?
I think the 1 year rule that for kids going into the NBA really doesn't help the kids. I've seen that firsthand, because I spent 6 years coaching with the Lakers, and too many young men come into professional ranks totally unprepared for professional life. Mm-hmm. They don't know anything about economics or the possibilities that are there for them with the tremendous wealth that they're getting. And I'll give you an example that I just heard over the last 2 weeks. Allen Iverson, who most people know about, who made over $150 million playing professional basketball, he's broke. And it all has to do with the fact that he didn't have the foundation that enabled him to take advantage of the tremendous opportunities that he got his hand on.
Chicago Bulls country here, Michael Jordan country, and yet you seem to have the rapt attention of everybody. A lot of these kids who weren't born during your heyday as a player.
I think that really is all about ESPN Classic. I think they get a chance to see me and say, "Oh, who's that guy? Who's that ball-headed guy out there?"